Hi everyone, I'm Karuana with Microsoft, and I am so excited to be here to interview the President of Collaborative Apps and Platform, Jeff Teper. Jeff, welcome.
Thank you, Karuana. It is fantastic to be here.
It is really great, and you know, I love being in person with all these people. I get so much energy from it. How do you feel about being here in beautiful Las Vegas?
No, absolutely. It's a chance to see people we've known for many years, but also run into some new people and hear what they're doing with technology. It's incredibly energizing.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And you know, this is going to come out with your keynote. So that people who didn't have an opportunity to come are able to see that and understand everything. As you are putting that keynote together, this isn't any other year in our business. What really stood out to you in terms of the features and capabilities that were landing with AI or even without?
Yeah, we've always had this need with technology sea changes to explain the future work. What's work going to be like? And tech in our history at the company has evolved a lot, but nowhere near as much as it's going to evolve. And so what we tried to do is paint this picture is the future work is not just robots, it's people. It's people collaborating with other people, but also with virtual workers, intelligence, AI, collaborating in chat interface, in meetings, and applications, and these agents are things you'll get from us and build yourselves. So we wanted to sort of step back a little bit and share a big picture framing that Copilot, Teams, SharePoint, and the platform are the key 4 foundational tools for building that future work.
I love that because, you know, obviously you have the Uber history in SharePoint, but so many of us and people who are here, we've been in this space for a long time and we have these touch points of these applications that we're comfortable with. Now we're asking people to think in different ways and learn even more rapidly than they have before. I believe that we can all do it, but do you know, every day you're learning something new. How do you feel about the pace of change in your role?
It is, like, I think it would be irresponsible for us to not say the pace of change is stressful for people. There are moments where it's exciting, invigorating, but it is moving very fast. And you know, just a simple thing we're doing, we just rolled out the GA of the new Teams where you can keep your chats and channels separate or you can put them together. So all we did was give people more choices, but just the stress of the change, there's people like, hey, you're changing things. Well, we're changing things because a set of people asked us for the change, but we're not forcing it for everybody. And I look at that change, and it's a relatively minor change compared to AI and this notion that you're going to have these virtual agents that are in chats and channels and meetings, conversing with people and coming back in seconds and doing a research paper that somebody would have taken 2 weeks to do. So I think people are pretty adaptable, but we also have to give some grace that you know, not everybody is excited as those of us in tech for the world to move as fast as it does. And so I think the work your team does on understanding what drives people in change management and how to facilitate the dialogue so people are a part of that change as opposed to feeling like it's happening to them. I think the work you and your team does is even more important than ever to what we're going through now. So please keep it up.
Okay, well, we will definitely do that, and thank you for that. You know, we do the work because we love the work, but I think now more than ever it's necessary as well. You know, I'm very AI positive. I think that humans bring something unique to the table, and AI can help us amplify that uniqueness and amplify, you know, how much community.
It's a tool. It's an amplifier.
Right, absolutely. What excites you about some of the things that are coming? Like, are there specific features that you really want some dev at Microsoft to go build that'll make your life better?
Yeah, but those are the ones we haven't announced this week, and I would be breaking the rules that I myself put in place to do. Like one of my New Year's resolutions is, Jeff, you've got to be better at helping this company not pre-announce things when people can't use them. So not to say we won't ever do that, but I do think there's a lot of great stuff coming. I think maybe I will highlight some of the things that are neat that are in preview that people can try out. Melissa showed in the keynote the meeting facilitator that's going from summarizing the meeting to helping organize it, and the project manager agent that's not just now writing status reports, but is helping organize the tasks and will be summoning other agents to do things the agents can do. That direction of how you could have an energetic, creative team who can get the AI to do some of, I'm going to use the phrase grunt work for you, or the things that people don't do very well, like organize meetings and keep them on time. There's so much stuff, a lot of which we have not announced, but builds on that. What if the agent was the ideal virtual teammate to help you do research, run projects, run meetings? Where can we take that? That I'm very excited about.
I love that, because for me, I'm a reasonably good project manager, but about midway through a super intense project, that project plan stops getting updated. I'm just going to tell you all in front of my bosses right now that it's there. My 400 line item project plan is there, but the status reports and the updates get a little dicey when you're in the heat of it. So what I love about this is that augmentation, that ability to amplify already what we brought to the table. It is really, really exciting. The last thing I want to ask you, though, is as we're thinking about what's coming next, what do you really want people to do who are watching this interview? And they may or may not have been to this show. What's the one thing you really want folks to do when you're thinking about how they take this opportunity for themselves?
Yeah, be curious and creative. Don't, this technology in general, but particularly this AI stuff, has so many capabilities. Read, talk to people, try things. It is better to try to do something with the AI and have it not meet your expectations than have your expectations be very low and just treat it like a slightly better search engine. It's just unbelievable. It is just take what we do in software engineering. It is a joy. It is so much more fun to write code with an AI assistant in you writing the code. You type, and then
Did you spend the weekend doing that? Weren't you talking about doing that over the weekend?
Because my wife was out of town with
Okay.
My wife was out of town with her sisters, and had a little sisters weekend. And so I spent the whole weekend writing code with GitHub Copilot. And I do that from time to time, but this was the most time. And I was just super curious about, just how far can I push it? And it's amazing. And so whether you're in banking and healthcare, insurance, a teacher, not-for-profit, just be curious and creative. It'll be good for your organization, but more importantly, it's going to be good for you, because I'll use your word. It's an amplifier.
Absolutely, absolutely. Change needs makers, folks.
Yes.
Be curious and be creative. You heard it here first. So happy to be here with you. I am Karuana with the Community News Desk. Come back, watch some more. We're really happy that you're here. Take care. See you soon.